Prosecutor seeks to pursue Afghan case that could ensnare Americans. The International Criminal Court prosecutor said Friday that she would request permission to open an Afghanistan investigation, a step that may lead to the court's first indictments of Americans for war crimes. The prosecutor, Fatou Bensouda, has been collecting information on the war in Afghanistan for years. She has suggested before that she has evidence for a prosecution, not only of alleged atrocities committed by combatants in Afghanistan, including both the Taliban and the United States military, but of related crimes in other countries, where CIA operatives have held, and perhaps tortured Afghan prisoners. Ms. Bensouda said she would ask the court's judges for authorization to pursue a formal investigation. If the judges agree, the Afghanistan investigation and any resulting indictments could pose a legal test for the United States, which does not recognize the court's jurisdiction to cooperate with it, especially if any defendants are American. In due course, I will file my request for judicial authorization to open an investigation, submitting that there is a reasonable basis to believe that war crimes and crimes against humanity have been committed in connection with the armed conflict in Afghanistan, Ms. Bensouda said in a statement. Should the judges grant her request, she said, her office will conduct an independent and impartial investigation into accusations of atrocities committed by any party to the armed conflict. It is unclear precisely when, or even whether, the judges will grant her request. Nor has Ms. Bensouda disclosed exactly what supporting material she will present to them. But lawyers and international justice experts who have followed the court expressed little doubt that Ms. Bensouda has evidence that could implicate Americans. They noted that in a report by Ms. Bensouda last November summarizing her preliminary examination of possible crimes related to the Afghanistan conflict, she said members of the United States Armed Forces appeared to have subjected at least 61 detained persons to torture, cruel treatment, outrages upon personal dignity in the country between May 2003 and December of 2014. The report also said members of the C.I.A. appeared to have subjected at least 27 detained persons to torture, cruel treatment, outrages upon personal dignity and/or rape, not only in Afghanistan, but at sites in Poland, Romania, and Lithuania, between December 2002 and March 2008. The court, based in The Hague, was created in 2002 for victims of war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide, particularly in countries that lack the means or willingness to prosecute these crimes. It is focused almost exclusively on cases in African countries, which has generated a considerable backlash in Africa. The United States is not among the 124 countries that are parties to the Rome Statute, the treaty that established the court and that gives it jurisdiction in those countries. Afghanistan, Poland, Romania, and Lithuania are all states parties. Richard Dicker, director of the International Justice Program at Human Rights Watch, said that if Ms. Bensouda is successful, it will be the first time that, potentially, U.S. citizens could be subject to the reach of this court. Nicholas Kaufman, a former prosecutor at the court who is now a lawyer representing some of its defendants, said Ms. Bensouda also could potentially break new ground by pursuing the cases of torture committed outside of Afghanistan. It's probably the most interesting aspect of today's announcement because it will be the first time the United States is under the microscope, he said. This is probably going to raise the hackles of your president.